entire building. So, so Mark Tallman is joining us with WEDC, and he can give us the latest update. So with that, Mark, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Vicki. Thank you, Chamber team. What I'm going to do is be short and sweet so we can pack in as much as possible. But we will try to answer as many questions as possible. I would hope that you would have pen and paper ready. And if you have a computer monitor in front of you, I highly recommend getting in front of that. As you would expect, the WEDC's website with all these resources has been overwhelmed, and it's shut down a couple times today, but we keep getting it back up. So if you're not able to, please be patient. You will eventually get online there. But meanwhile, the very short directions I have for you to get to the WEDC website, you can take with pen and paper if you're not able to. So with Maggie's help, I am going to ask all of you to go to WEDC.org. That's short for Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation.org, WEDC.org. I'll give a couple seconds. You will see at the top of the WEDC.org webpage that the very red banner at the top, please visit page for information and resources available for businesses affected by the COVID. Please click on visit this page. All right, and I'm on the same website as you are. On this page, it has a great deal of information. Please be patient, and I recommend that you spend time visiting each one of these links, depending on your needs. I know that there's one significant question of essential businesses. We in the field are not going to answer all of those. It's not up to me to determine, but our legal department at the WEDC will be happy to answer your call. So if you go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 information lines, the line that starts with, if you are looking for information on whether Governor Evers' essential business declaration applies to your company, visit this page. Click on that. And for those of you, again, without a computer in front of you, WEDC.org. And you can get back there and you can follow along when you're able to. If you scroll down all the way to the bottom of this page, you will see Essential Business Designation Inquiry. This only takes a few moments, but the most time will be spent describing your business and what it is your question is. Our legal department at the WEDC will respond to you as soon as they can. Please note, there are probably several hundreds, if not thousands, of inquiries coming into the legal department right now, so please be patient. So, but if you scroll up, there's a pretty significant list of what is essential. I will let you determine that by your own business classification. And should you have additional questions, again, please refer to that inquiry at the bottom. All right, Maggie, I'm going to go back to the red banner and click on visit this page. And Vicki, feel free to ask questions or interrupt at any time if you feel that I'm not being clear enough, which is a good possibility.
Will do.
All right. So now I'm looking at COVID-19 business resources. Again, please take time to read all this. And this is updated on a regular, this is updated frequently. There's already a couple changes this morning. There'll probably a couple changes this afternoon. So I highly recommend bookmarking this page so you can visit it often, depending on what your needs are. And you can see the updates we've added today as we scroll down. I want to focus on the 4 topics to the left. Keep going, Maggie. That's Wisconsin WEDC resources, state of Wisconsin resources, other Wisconsin resources, federal resources. I am going to go briefly on WEDC resources and the Small Business Administration. I highly recommend each and every business, whether you think you are or not, go to the Small Business Administration disaster loan website. And you can, as you scroll down through there, the following paragraph has a great deal of information regarding the SBA. Our good friends at the Small Business Development Centers around the state of Wisconsin, our most local is UWL, Ann Lavaca and her team, will be helping businesses with submission for for disaster loans. And in a nutshell, as you can see by the first paragraph, under Small Business Administration, just up a little bit, Maggie. There are some guidelines. 3.75 for-profit business up to 2 million. There is no minimum. And if you're a nonprofit who've had all your special events canceled for the spring that you depend on those revenues, you get 2.75. And the SBA can help you, SBDC can help you through that. Let's see. And when you're a business applying for these loans, obviously there's some documentation that'll have to be asked of you. Please prepare for that. But the SBDC is there to help you do that. All right, let's scroll down a little bit, Maggie. Let's come to the Small Business 2020 program, which has caused quite a bit of attention of late. And folks, this program coming from the WEDC was a pilot program created prior to knowing how bad this disaster was. We knew we had to get dollars out the door as quickly as possible. So we did the best we could. We scraped the barrel for what we had remaining out of programs for WEDC programming and put it towards this project. This is a pilot, again, before the disaster happened. And this is what we came up with. Simply put, if your business was not funded by the CDFI, you will not be eligible at this time. CDFIs are community development finance institutions, and you will know whether your business was financed or not. If CDFI doesn't ring a bell, chances are you're not eligible. But we hope to help a number of businesses with those. There may still be questions on that, and I'll be happy to take those in a little bit. And as we scroll down a little bit further, we'll come to a new program, Strategies for Small Businesses to Navigate COVID-19 Challenges. I highly recommend Chamber, LADCO, Seven Rivers, WEDC, and all others to put this on top of their page. This is the most significant document I have come to find when it comes to small businesses. This was put together by Aaron Welty and the Downtown Development Team out of the WEDC. It is a class document full of information on how to keep your cash flowing during this time, some difficult challenges ahead, and some good ideas and best practices, not just from Wisconsin, but from globally, as we're also finding more information from small businesses around the world on how they survived. So we're bringing this to you in that document, and it too changes on a regular basis with additions as we come to know them. So highly recommend your spending time on that. Maggie, if you can scroll up, we're going to click on State of Wisconsin Resources. And I'm happy to see our website is strong and it's still staying up. There are coronavirus information for partners, answers to frequently asked questions by the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development. And how can we help businesses? Small Business Development Center. There's information there. SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan Assistance. We already discussed that in the previous. And Maggie, we're going to click on Other Wisconsin Resources. Resources for Municipality. Kiva loans directed towards those new startups and or next stage small businesses. This is open to the entire state of Wisconsin. And at this time, if your business is in a Main Street or a Connect Community business community, the WEDC will match your loan request to Kiva. And remember, those Kiva loans, 0%, they don't go out for a whole lot of years, but they're just enough money to get those startups going. Let's see if we scroll down some more. We get this SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan Assistance. There are 4 listings there for those that can help you with the SBA Economic Disaster Loan. Wisconsin Emergency Room Response Program. Emergency Response Program. This was new. I'm reading it as you are reading it. Apparently there's a great deal more information there. WIVIC, Wisconsin Women's Business Industry Council, has classes for financial education. And just recently, late yesterday, the Hmong, Wisconsin Chamber of Commerce has emergency loans. As you can see there, if I'm just eyeballing down, loans from $5,000 to $100,000 to get you just a little bit of assistance, and it might mean a lot of assistance to some businesses. So highly recommend contacting them and reach out. Maggie, we're going to scroll to federal resources. And here's information on tax relief, other resources, Department of Labor. This is new. I've not read this yet. I highly recommend anybody reading any of these because they're full of information. And then we come to the Small Business Administration again. We've discussed that in length. And there you have it as I know it. There are many, just let me say this, Governor Evers and his administration, I know for a fact are working very, very hard to leverage any and all monies that they can to best help all of us, basically. And I know the last few days have been tireless. In the WEDC, we're also doing our part, as is every state agency. But Governor Evers has been a very good leader in getting these programs out. And there are programs we hope that are in the pipeline that we hope to share soon. And two, as we're all waiting for the federal stimulus package to be approved by Congress, we would only anticipate that we would get those talking points up as soon as possible. You may get them before we get them. Really want to know regarding labor questions, unemployment questions, business assistance questions. So we're all waiting for that to pass. I would be happy to address any questions through Vicki or Maggie. I know there's a lot of folks on the line. I'll do what I can to address what I can.
So Mark, I'm assuming you saw these 3 questions. So thank you, Mark, because I know there's only so much you can answer as you are experiencing things are developing by the minute. Every time you go to your website, it's kind of like ours. So a lot of the questions surround, of course, the essential, non-essential. And one of them is, if a business is considered essential, can they continue full operations and service non-essential, such as residents? So let's use a lawn mowing company as an example. So they service commercial businesses that are essential. Can they continue to service residential?
I had the same question just prior to coming on from a construction interior remodeler. And I cannot make those determinations, Vicki. And again, I go back to the essential business designation inquiry, and you fill that out in the WEDC legal department. We'll contact you with that answer. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know, and I'm not an expert in that field.
Sure. Who gives out the note? So we've heard several companies talking about a note that employees would carry with them that would designate them when they're going out and about that they do work for an essential business. Do you have any information about these notes, and how do people document their travel?
I have no knowledge of that.
Okay. Meaning it doesn't necessarily, it's not that it not exists, it's a double negative. You have not heard of it yet.
I'm not aware of anything in that realm of the hall pass. No.
So right, that's what it is, right? So I guess my advice, which is not worth a darn, but my advice to businesses is it can't hurt, right? So if you want to write a letter on your letterhead for your employees, that would give them this hall pass that say this employee does work for an essential business and has permission to be out and about. That's not a bad idea, can't hurt. The third question is, can an at-home business with online sales physically go into the post office for mailing? So the story that I've heard of, so yes, this person's working from home, they're selling things online, but they may need to get into their shop to get the item that's sold and take it to the post office. Is that something that's allowed?
Good question. I'm just referring to our website, mail, post, shipping, logistics, delivery, and pickup services.
Yes.
I'm reading from our website. Post offices and other businesses that provide shipping and delivery services, and businesses that ship or deliver groceries, food, beverages, goods, or services to end users through commercial channels.
Yep.
So I would take that as a yes.
Okay. Maggie, are you able to pull up the to pull up our website? So I am not providing legal advice, but I'm kind of going by what the intention is, and this is not coming out of Mark's mouth. This is coming out of my mouth. The idea behind this Safer at Home is that people are not interacting with other people. And so if people are continuing to do business as they would and interacting with other people, it's safe to say that that's not considered essential if you are a non-essential business. So Meg, if you go to our coronavirus, oh, actually, no, I'm sorry, go to, you had it open on the left-hand side there. It's the governor's order, so it's your first tab. So if you scroll down, Maggie, a little bit more, it's right there, essential activities. So this is the idea behind cutting down on essential and non-essential. So what he is saying is you can't take 3 people from your business and put them in your home and operate your business that way. Again, the idea is to have normal people in your home interacting, not bringing in friends, not bringing in your coworkers, and essentially they are looking at who can leave the home as these areas, and it's really to get your groceries, it's to go to the doctor, it's to get medicine, and it's to care for loved ones who may need you checking in on them. And that, if you look at it as that's the intention of who can travel, in addition to going, who can go to essential businesses, it really gives you a pretty good guide as to what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. And this is going to be hard. I think I saw in the order an April 24th date. Mark, I don't know if you can confirm that. So this is going to be quite a few weeks of us hunkering down. And so obviously it's a time to get innovative. There's all kinds of resources on our website. We'll add the one that Mark had talked about, and we will try and get innovative as businesses. Certainly if you are essential, again, go to our, yep, there it is. Thank you, Maggie, March 24th. At 8 a.m. By the way, I did not mention in the beginning, this takes effect tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So now we're going to have a whole ton of traffic trying to get to the things you need to get done in the next couple of hours here. But it is a time to be in your home if you can, work remotely, even if you do work for an essential business, if they allow that, because again, the idea is let's cut this virus time period down as quickly as we possibly can. One quick thing, one of the reasons that we had, I'm just checking with our team to see if we wanted to pick up any of the chat questions. And now I totally lost my train of thought. Let me see if I can pull up these chat questions here. Someone here has provided a sample. So Lowe's sent their employees a letter. Thank you, Douglas. We will get that posted up there. So there is a best practice. It's what I love about you businesses. You do a great job of sharing out those pieces. So we will get that posted on our website as well. If any of you have a quick question, there's the chat button off to the side. I'll take a look at those. I continue to say we are updating you on our website as quickly as we can and trying to get you information about what's happening out at the federal level. Again, our website has a link to how to join our communication. And then we also did email you at the last minute, sorry about that, the 3 o'clock, that is with Missy Hughes, which is Mark's boss. Essentially, she's a cabinet member with the state. She was the one that was put in charge of developing out a lot of the business impacts of the Safety at Home order. And she will be a great resource as well for all of us. So hopefully many of you can make that webinar in addition to this one. I'm going to sign off here. I wish you all the best. We will stay in touch. Sorry, I'm reading these chats really quickly. And we wish you the best, and we will probably see you tomorrow when we know a heck of a lot more. So be well, wash those hands, get everything that you need here, and be safe at home.